Shalom, shalom, it's Brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. We're going to get straight into it. This is going to be a quick one. We're going to name this 2% of the body, right? So let's just go straight into it. If you got to count, see, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And this is why the Lord deals with numbers, man. Mathematics, man. When you take, let's just say you got a camp. Let's just say you got about 3,000 members in your camp. That's a big camp, you know. Most of these camps don't have 3,000 members. They may posture like they do. But if you got 3,000 active members, that's a big camp. You see what I'm saying? That's a big camp. That's like the biggest camp. Let's just say you got 3,000 members, right? Now let's just say all 3,000, right here it says 2,880 members are a part of the body, are the elect, and they are a part of the body for sure. You only make up 2% of the body. Now I'm gonna go off different things. If we say the body of the Lord is the elect, right? That's saved, 1/3 in America, then you don't even make up 1% of the full body. If all the members in your camp that's the elect, because 1/3, let's just say if 100 million Israelites are in America, and 1/3 of that is gonna be saved, that equals out to 33, 35 million Israelites that's going to be saved. See, this is why I never get caught up in the camp bullshit. If you want to join one, that's cool. There's some that's better than others, but you don't have to. And I'm not advocating, like, I'm not saying, oh, well, I'm against camps. What I'm saying is you don't have to do that to follow the Lord. And I'm going to grab some precepts to it, because everybody always say get the precepts. I'm going to grab some precepts to it, right? But even, let's just say certain camps say they got 100% truth and they feel like they the body of the Lord, right? That makes no sense, because if every member in your camp is a part of the body of the Lord, you still only make up maybe 1 or 2% of the total body. Now, let's just say we take it from the 1/3. The 1/3 does not equal the body, because some people say that the body of the Lord is what? The church. But at the same time, the church of the Lord is the elect, because they're elected to be saved if they is actually a part of the church of the Lord. So the elect is the church is the elect. You see what I'm saying? But let's just take it down to the 144,000. Well, the 144,000 is the government class of the elect. That's going to be the actual like body of the Lord. You know, then you got the mixed multitude, which is the 1/3 that's going to be saved too. You know, women, children for childbearing, and man too, right? But the 144,000 elect, that's the body of the Lord. Even if you got 3,000 members, and the 144,000 is what we focusing on, you still only make up 2%. If every member in your camp is the elect, which we know that's not true, but if every member is the elect and is a part of the 144,000, and you got a 3,000 member camp, you still only make up 2%. Man, you know what? Come on, I give you 5%. Let's see what 5% is. Take away 95%. Even if you got 7,000 members just in your camp, you still only make up 5% of the 144,000. So you see, the numbers give you a better perspective. The mans go off their feelings, and they try to speak things and say things to persuade you or deceive you, right? And to believe in what they believe. But when you look at the numbers set you free. You see, when I was going through my thing of trying to figure out what camp I want to be of, and you get indoctrinated by these camps. They start indoctrinating you with thinking how they think and shit like that, and then it's bullshit. But when I grew up, my main focus in school, what I was always the best at, was math. Not English, obviously, right? Y'all know that. Not social studies, not none of that. It was always math that excited me the most out of everything. Math, numbers, because the numbers, you see the bigger picture. The Lord always deal with numbers. Read the Bible. It's always talking about numbers. 3 days, 7. It's always about numbers. 12, 144. It's always talking about numbers, man. Deal with the numbers, man. And when a person's trying to indoctrinate you into something, right, like they having dreams and shit, you could control your dreams. Most of us dream about things that we desire. If you've been thinking about something a lot lately, you're going to dream about it. Just because you had to dream about it don't mean it was a sign, don't mean it was a vision from the Lord, man. When you deal with the numbers, you see how foolish people is, right? Because if you say, well, just my camp, we got the 100% truth and we are the body of the Lord. Then we say, okay, well, even if you got 7,000 members, you only make up 5%. Or even if you, let's see, let's put it back at 98. Got 3,000 members, which is more likely closer. You only make up 2% of the body. So what about this other? How the fuck I'm gonna focus on the 2% of the body when there's a whole nother 98% of the body that's not affiliated with you and do not teach the same thing as you? So you would say that they don't have 100% of the truth because they don't teach the same thing as you. But it's a whole nother 98% that's gonna be a part of the body. So that means two things. Either what you call 100% truth, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for you to get saved. There's going to be brothers that haven't read the whole Bible that's going to get... There's at least 33 million Israelites is going to be saved if we believe in the one-third doctrine. That never even read the whole Bible. Maybe read parts of it that's going to be elected to be saved. So don't let these guys put pressure on you thinking that you got to get under them. You have to believe what they believe or think or teach what they teach to be a part of the elect. The goal is to be a part of the elect. You can have a dream all fucking day. That's because that's what you desire. But your dream is foolish if you go and look at the numbers. Here's a precept. Isaiah 55 verse 8. Y'all know this one. For my thoughts are not your thoughts. You can have your thoughts all day. Well, I believe that, this camp, we the man of the Lord, and that's what I think, and that's what I believe. If you pressure somebody, prove it. Well, we can't prove that we the man of the Lord. Prove that you the elect. We can't prove that we the elect. Well, then why are you speaking like? Because that's what we believe. Yeah, that's your belief. Don't mean that it's right, because your thoughts is not the Lord's thoughts. Oh, well, the Lord gonna destroy him. The Lord gonna come back and judge him. That nigga wicked. That nigga going off. That's your thoughts. Don't let them scare you with that shit and then you bow down to them. That's your thoughts. The Lord thoughts is not your. You could think that about the Lord, and the Lord could say this dude's the elect. And then you could be looking at another dude that you look up to and say, man, he been so dedicated to this truth, man. He gotta be a part of the elect. We believe that these are the men of the Lord, and the Lord could be looking at them like they're not. Stop the hypocritical shit, man. Let's keep going. Neither are your ways my ways, say the Lord. Just because you will do something don't mean that the Lord will do it. Just because you feel a certain type of way and look down on a brother don't mean the Lord looks at him that way. Look at the whole thing between King Saul and King David. So you can't go off man's thoughts, man. You go off the Lord, because that wraps it back around to what this whole thing is about. Let me find it. This is what you have to do to get salvation. And there's many more precepts that tell you how to get salvation and what you need to do to get salvation. This is Ecclesiastes 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, the big picture. Not your little small thoughts, man, and your little small ass group. You got 3,000 members, you think you're a big group, your whole world is about your group. You don't even make up 2% of the body. What's the whole picture? The whole picture. The conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. As long as you fear God, which goes into having faith in God, right? And you keep the commandments to the best of your abilities, when there's a judgment day, when you have a judgment, right? There's a scale. You're going to have some bad things you did, and you're going to have some good things you did. And the Lord's going to choose if he's going to acquit you of some of the bad things you did, or if he's going to hold them against you. And then we're going to see where your scale tip. Do your scale tip to the good side or the bad side? And that's how the Lord's going to determine, which only the Lord has the power to determine, because our thoughts is not his thoughts, determine if you are the elect or not. If you make up the elect or not. So go off the numbers, man. This is why I'm happy. I think it's called the Book of Clarence that's coming out. I'm going to go watch it. Everybody bashing that movie, and I get why, because the angle that you see it from. But I also see it as exposing a lot of these dudes out here that be saying that they're the man of the Lord. It's one thing to say we believe we the man of the Lord, and then it's a different thing to say, well, we believe that we believe we the body of the Lord. We believe we the body of the Lord, and these other guys are not about the body. That's two different things. If you say that we believe we are the body of the Lord, nobody has no problem with that. That's your belief. But when you start throwing shots like, oh, well, these other guys are not, And then when somebody speak up about it, now you say, why you worry about us and what we saying? What we saying, why are you worried about other people? You can't poke at everybody, and then when somebody say something to you, then you play the victim. Why everybody worry about us? Because y'all the ones talking shit. Shut up, stop talking shit about everybody, and then I bet won't nobody worry about y'all or say anything about y'all. It's hypocritical, man. But the Book of Clarence kind of exposed some of these fakes, man. Because everybody want to say they the man of the Lord, and they works, and your works is you going out on the highways and byways. That's your works. Yeah, I agree that that is a work. But guess what? There's more works too. What about the other works that the Lord was doing? Other than just teaching. What about the other stuff the Lord's doing? Are you doing that in your community? Are you doing that for your people? Well, it's about the elect. I'm just about the elect. All you do is go to work, have a little fun, and then on the weekend, you go down, put a garment on, and go teach the truth, and now you the elect. I agree. I agree. That is a work. But that's not the only works that the Lord was doing. And isn't he the perfect example to follow? Shouldn't we follow the Lord? And do and try to do and be the way he was? Or what it says in 1 John chapter 2, walk in the ways that he walked. Did he only just go and teach? Did the Lord say, look, I ain't doing nothing else for nobody, none of that shit, fuck, none of that. All I'm doing is teaching. That's it. No, he was going and healing people. How do you heal somebody today? You ain't going to go to their house and heal them. You're going to get sued if something go wrong. You open up hospitals. You open up clinics. Did the Lord say, look, I'm only out here? The Lord said he was coming for the sinners, man, to get them to repent, roughly paraphrased. Did the Lord say, come out, I'm only looking for the elect out here. I ain't dealing with nobody else. I'm just only for these people that come and listen to me teach and want to join me. That's it. No. The Lord was going to his peoples, man. Then if they didn't want to hear it, he gave the commandment to, shake the dust off your shoulders or off your feet, off your boots or whatever, Kick the dust off your shoes, whatever, roughly paraphrasing. Mean the same thing, right? If they didn't want to listen, but he was going to everybody. So not only, we going to set up camp here, and then when they walk past us, we going to talk to them. No, go to them. That's what the Lord was doing. The Lord was healing people. They make it seem like, man, look, we ain't trying to set up. We ain't trying to do nothing for the community. We ain't trying to do this and do that. We just focus on our 2% that may make up the body. That shit's goofy, man. What about the other 98% of the body then? Because ain't none of y'all got 100,000 members in just one camp. Ain't none of y'all got 50,000 members in just one camp. I mean, the biggest is IUIC. Ain't no telling how many they got. But actual active members. From IUIC and maybe like 2 other camps, there's a major drop. They got majority of people in they shit. After that, all the rest of these camps maybe got 2,000, maybe 1,000, maybe 3. If they really big camp, maybe 5,000. 7,000 only made 5%. Just look at the numbers. You can feel however you want to feel, but the numbers don't lie. Right? So now look. You got to do stuff for the community, man. I'm tired of just talking, man. That's why we still here. Because niggas is just coming together, go on the highways, byways, and talk and yelling at people. People not going to want to fucking hear you and you ain't doing nothing, man. We got to get active for our people, man. That's a great thing. You telling me to do something for my people is wicked because they not a part of the elect or they just wicked people. So you just doing stuff for people that's being wicked. No, it's over time. You got to do it the way the Lord do. Yes, they're sinners. The Lord was teaching sinners. You go to the sinners. You help the sinners. And then they convert. Ain't nobody going to convert by just walking by, hearing you talk. And then they convert if the Lord wants them to come in the truth. And we only out here for the elect. No, people convert by seeing you help them. Okay, man, this man's in the hood. He's opened up a clinic. The Hebrew Israelites that open up a little clinic to help our people. The Hebrew Israelites that open up a little shopping center to help our people, and they're selling garments, fringes, and clothing. The Hebrew Israelites that open up a little food market. Now we ain't got to go to the white man to get food. We could go right here to the Hebrew Israelites. Imagine how many people you would get to come into the truth by doing that. You can't say not to do that because that's what the Lord was doing, man. The Lord was, he didn't just teach people. He fed people. He fed like, what was it, 5,000 or 3,000? I forget, but one of those. Let's just go with 5,000. He fed 5,000 because it said 3,000 souls in Acts chapter 2 was converted to the apostles' doctrine. But what did they do? Did they just say, look, we just setting up camp and teaching y'all. That's it. We don't want nothing else to do with y'all. No, they said that they all was together daily and they all brung all their goods and put it in the pot. When you take all your goods, everybody, and put it in the pot, what is that called? Raise your hand if you know what that's called. That's called the bank. Open up banks in the community. See, these guys tell you we ain't doing none of that. We ain't trying to do none of that in the community. All we doing is open up this camp and talking. We ain't trying to feed the people. We ain't trying to open up no bank. We ain't trying to we ain't trying to shelter people. We ain't trying to open up no clinics to help our people. But then you go in the Bible and see Acts chapter 2. Matter of fact, let's go to it. This is a bank. You niggas just don't know, man. You niggas is dumb, man. This is a bank. If I got 3,000 members and we all put we sell all our goods and we put everything in our pot and we divide it to everybody as needed, that's exactly what a bank does. People take everything they got and the bank makes their money off deposits. They become members, right? So these people became a member and then they deposit things that they got, their money, into the bank. And then what do the bank do? They loan the money to their members as they need it, if they're qualified for the loan. That's a bank. So can we open up banks in our hoods amongst our people? No, we ain't sent to do that, Ak. Well, the apostles did it. They learned directly under the Lord, right? The Lord was doing it. Didn't he take meat and bread and feed the people? What's that called? That's a grocery store. What's the difference from a grocery store? They take meat, bread, they take goods, they put it in the store, and the people come, you purchase it, and you eat. They feeding you. Did the Lord heal people of sicknesses and diseases? What's that? That's a doctor. What's the difference from a hospital? People go there and you say, I got this problem, I got that problem, and then you get healed by the doctors. Isn't that what happened with the Lord? People was going to him and he was healing them. Let's find it. Acts chapter 2. I'm really starting to like this. This is really starting to become one of my favorite chapters. Because, I mean, shit, verse 5 is big. Verse like 21 through 22 is big. But I'm going to get verses 41 through 47. Acts chapter 2, verse 41. Then they that gladly received the word were baptized. In the same day there were added into them about 3,000 souls. So that was 3,000 souls. And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine, which is the Lord's doctrine, because that's where they learned it from, and fellowship, and breaking bread and prayer. Now watch. Now let's see some of the elements of the apostles' doctrine. So fellowship is one, right? Breaking bread and prayer, right? And fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done by the apostles. Yeah, that gets me back to the Book of Clarence, where I said I'm excited to go see this movie because it exposes some of these niggas that's doing fake things, man. But they not really doing it. Where are you at? Are you actually healing people? Show me you healing people. They were. Show me you breaking bread with your people. Or are you just breaking bread spiritually, right? You just talking to them. That's not how you get people to convert. You got to do actual works, man. Why is the Christian faith so big? Because they do actual works for people. They actually do, man. They rob a lot of people of a lot of their money. They wicked. We know that. We understand that. but they actually get active too. Like let's just say the whole thing going on with a Chris. If you want to open up a church, you could get loan money from another church, but you just got to teach a wicked doctrine. That's where they go off at. Millions. How did the Catholics get so big? Because they actually have power and control over the resources of the people, man. Right? That brings me back to the book of Clarence. Are you healing somebody? Or are you faking? You not really, you ain't never healed nobody or nothing. Are you breaking bread with your people? Did the Lord break bread literally with the people and feed the people? Didn't he heal the people literally? Isn't this what we finna read a bank? Let's keep going. It says, and fear came upon them in many wonders. We got to get out here and start doing wonders, man. Just setting up a camp and a sign and talking on a microphone, that's not doing wonders, man. You actually got to get out here and start doing things for the people, man. It says, and signs were done by, well, we not here for the people. We here for the elect. Goofy, the elect is millions of people. You see the bullshit, man? If you take everybody that calls on the name Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai right now in America, we don't make up 33, 35 million. So there's so many more people out there that's going to be a part of the elect. Right? It says, let's keep going. It's a fact. Facts over feelings. If you man get in a debate with somebody, y'all going back and forth, start the conversation out with saying, I want to base everything off facts and not feelings. 99% of their doctrine goes out the window. I want to deal with the facts and not the feelings. Anything that you feel or this is just my belief, that shit goes out the window. We want to talk about the facts. What do you know for a fact? Because that's the only thing you really can stand on. Now, we believe things, and ain't nothing wrong with belief because you're supposed to have faith. But the only thing we can stand on is things that we know, man. The facts. And then you can say, well, this is what I believe. And the day's going to come if we find out if you was right or not. If you was a false prophet or not. If you was prophesying something and it don't come to happen, you're a false prophet. If it do come to happen, then you are a prophet. Have we seen examples of man making false prophecies? Yeah. But you still got men that follow those men. So wouldn't that make them hypocrites? Or is it okay to follow false prophets or not? If a man makes a prophecy and he's found out to be a false prophet and that don't happen, is it okay to still follow him or not? Facts over feelings. Give me an answer. Stop the hypocritical shit, man. Because I don't look at it that way. I look at it like we all do wrong. We all going to be wrong. The elect going to be found with iniquity. And the Lord, and it doesn't matter about what you do, nigga. It doesn't matter if you was out on the highways and byways 10 years, 15 years. It don't matter if you read the whole Bible or not. The Lord is going to judge and he's going to make choices of who he's going to save based off of what he wants. Not our thoughts, his thoughts. A nigga could have killed a nigga and be a part of the elect. A nigga could be locked down somewhere. He don't really get access to all this, but he's a part of the elect. A nigga could be a multi-millionaire and be a part of the elect. Kanye West could be a part of the elect. Multi-billionaire doing all this crazy shit, and the Lord could decide to save him, niggas. That's a fact over feelings. So if the goal is to be a part of the elect and only be a part of the elect, not be a part of a nigga high school team or basketball team in the truth or group or gang, then none of that shit matters. Don't nobody care about that shit. My goal is to be a part of the elect only. That's my part. That's my goal. That's why I inspire. So that means all that other shit don't matter. Because whatever you say, that's not the qualifications to be a part of the elect. The qualifications, we just read it. Fear God, keep his commandments, and you have to be amongst the children of Israel because that's who that was given to. That's it. Now let's keep going. Verse 43, and fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done by the apostles. And all that believed were together. Nah, we just come together on the weekends for camp. Nah, or we just do a sit down every now and then. No, they were together. What's that? That's a community. We live in these communities together. You see the small hats doing it. So it's definitely possible. We already in the hood and the ghettos together. All we got to start doing is doing works. These niggas all talk without no works, man. The Israelite thing was on fire, but the Israelite thing is kind of slowing down now because people are seeing that the Israelites are not doing no works, doing a lot of talk, but no works. This is why it's so easily for the Muslims to go to O Block and convert O Block to Islam because they actually come in there and doing works, not just talking. Niggas be going over to Dubai, niggas be going over to Saudi Arabia, changing their whole lives, could go over there, have multiple wives, they under the Shia law. We know the shit is false and they really just hijacking a lot of the Israelite shit. And but not really, because Ishmael is the brother of Isaac, so we have a lot of similarities. We get it. And our people go over there and be like, look, man, they actually working, they actually doing this shit. And then they say, fuck America. Fuck the blacks in America. Then they want to convert to Islam, which we know is still going off. But the point is I get why they are lured to that. If the Hebrew Israelites was actually active in our communities, we built communities and we was actually active and we was doing works, this thing would be bigger than anything. And that's going to happen, but maybe it might take all hell to break loose for that to happen. Then the other excuse is, well, we did that. Look at Wall Street. I mean, look at Black Wall Street. Look what they did every time we build communities. It's not for us to build communities, nigga. Nigga, Black Wall Street came to an end because they were prosperous. Yes, they had banks, all the shit we talking about, hospitals, schools, money, transportation systems that was owned by blacks, but that don't mean that they were following the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. The difference between us building communities is we gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. At least aspire to the best of our ability. That's the difference. So you can't use that as an excuse. Let's keep going. Verse 44, and all that believe were together and had all things in common. You're not going to have all things in common. You're not going to get other camps to wake up and smell the coffee and convert to whatever you think the truth is by just talking shit about them on the internet. You do that by coming together as one. It's a difference from me being a op and being your competition, telling you that you wicked and you going off and you need to repent, to me being your brother and we together and I'm saying, brother, look, you doing this wrong, bro. A person gonna be more inclined to listen to you when they know, like, man, this person really love me. I really love this person. We really brothers. Let me listen to what he's saying. Rather than just a rival gang talking shit. They gonna say fuck everything they talking about. I don't want to hear it. You have to come together first, and then you will have all things in common. Not be separate, and then the ones that believe what you believe gonna come together with you and then have things in common. You niggas got it backwards. You niggas is dumb, man. Y'all don't know how life works. A lot of dudes can get in the Bible and they know the Bible, but they don't know life. They don't know reality. Shelter ass niggas. Let's keep going. Verse 45. And sold their possessions and goods. I'm ready. Let's do it. I got more possessions and goods than majority of them. But I'm ready. If we come together, let's all come together. Let's all drop all the camps' names, right? All the ABC camp, BCD. Let's all drop our names because we don't need it. This is how the Native Americans got conquered. They was broken up to all these different fucking goofy tribes instead of being just one people and fighting as a collective against Esau when he came over here. All Esau got to do, y'all all warring against each other into these different tribes. All I got to do is let y'all fight, and then whoever is left standing and weakened from the fight, I just come take him down now. And then go tribe by tribe and take America. Same thing in the truth. Esau ain't gotta send no agents. We already beefing and warring against each other. His job already done, keeping us divided. So let's drop all our camp names. Let's all come under one name. People say, okay, what name? We all just gonna join IUIC? Nope. We all gonna drop all the bullshit ass names because we all agree that none of those names are gonna make it to the kingdom of heaven. We not gonna be on no chariot with our different camp names. We all believe that, right? So let's drop all the goofy names and let's come under one name. Y'all ready for the one name that all camps are gonna come under? Hebrew Israelites. And then let's all sell all our possessions. Right? I got more than most in this truth. So I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do all that. Let's all drop the names. Come to one. I'll go sell everything I got right now. And we'll bring it. I promise you, on everything I love, I'll sell everything I got right now. Anything I got, anything I can get my hands on, anything, any money that I could pull in, anything, I'll let it all go right now. And we all could put it in one pot, all our pot together. Fuck that shit. We could all put it together, our people. Find a community, all live in a community, which is a bank. That's a bank, right? If we sell all our possessions, all our goods, and ported them to all men and every man had need, that's a bank. And come together as one. That shit right there would be the downfall of Esau Kingdom overnight, man. Which is gonna cause what? It's gonna cause us to get power, which is gonna cause a lot of their businesses to fail because we're not gonna fuck with them, because we're gonna separate ourselves from our enemies, which is gonna cause what? Esau to come up against us, bring out his true colors than all this fake shit that he's showing. And that's gonna cause what? That's gonna cause the Lord to set up a standard for us. Then that's when we're gonna see the Lord work for us. Because watch this. Watch what it says at the end. It says, "Imported every man his need." Verse 45. That's describing a bank. And they continue daily, not on the weekends, daily with one accord in the temple. So if they all 3,000 souls are continuing daily in one accord in the temple, that means they all living together. They all living around that same area at least. And breaking bread from house to house. Wait, if we could break bread from house to house, that means we're all in the community together. Did eat their meat with gladness and singleness of heart, praising God. That's the difference from Wall Street. Black Wall Street. We're going to be praising God. And this is the apostles' doctrine. So you're not an apostle unless you got this same doctrine, man. And having favor with all people, right? Watch this. And the Lord added to the church daily such as should be saved. The Lord added to the church. You got to have faith. That's where the faith come in at. Is that the Lord is going to add, man. The Lord is going to be there to protect us. Because we coming together. It's not for 2% to come together and follow the Lord. It's about getting the elect to follow the Lord. We all agree, right? Well, your camp only make up 2% of that. So what about the other 98%? That's the question. When y'all gonna start trying to get them? Well, you separating yourself into 2% is not a good strategy to get the other 98%. If that's our goal, is to bid the elect to the marriage. Go out on the highways and bid them to the marriage, the elect. Well, separating ourselves into a 2% and then telling the other 98%, you need to come follow us and follow what we teach or believe what we believe, because we the ones got the 100% truth. That's not a good strategy. That's a dumb strategy. That's competition. We got to come together as one, as we're commanded. That's Zephaniah chapter 2. And we have to go under the apostles' doctrine, man. Like it says in verse 42 of Acts 2. And then the remainder that follows. Come together, sell our possessions. Just think about it. If you get out your feelings and you go to the facts, just think about it. If we did that, what it talks about in Acts 2, what would happen? Ask yourself, what would happen if we did that? Are you afraid? It's going to come to the end because niggas don't act right. Because you afraid, right? Well, now I say, where your faith at? Where your faith at that it'll work? It's not like I'm pulling it out my ass. I'm reading it out the Bible. That's what they did. Or you say they didn't do that? Or you say they going off when they did that? They was wicked and sin when they was trying to do that? It's not going to say open a bank in the Bible. But that is a bank. It's not going to say open a grocery store in the Bible. But feeding people, that's what grocery stores do. It's not going to say open a hospital or not a hospital, that's too big, a clinic in the Bible. But it talks about healing people. You can't go and just to somebody's house and go heal them, man. Because that's against the law. Because if something goes wrong, they going to get you. They going to sue you because you don't have a license to be doing that. But we could get the license. We could get clinics and then heal our people. But y'all think that's a problem, right? It's crazy. Zephaniah 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yeah. Gather together, O nation not desired. Gather together, O camp not desired. It says, O nation not desired. We got to stop thinking. That's why I bring up the numbers. We got to stop thinking on a small fucking level. A 2% level, man. We got to start thinking about the 98%, man. The majority. We need to drop all the bullshit, come together as one, live together, communities, house to house. And we need to put everything, and then you say, well, how are we going to sustain it ourselves? If we all say, fuck these jobs, and fuck these jobs, we ain't working for the white man, we ain't working on a plantation no more throughout the weekdays, and then we become an Israelite on the weekend no more. We ain't doing that. We finna come together. How we going to survive? How we going to get the goods we need? Because everybody going to take everything they got, we going to put it in the pot, and then we going to feed our people. And then we going to have faith that the Lord going to add to us as needed. That's exactly what it says. That's what we have to do. That's the key. This shit that we've been doing, this ain't the key. Ain't been working. It's we still here. We still in captivity. We still got the curses on us. That shit's not working. And then you're gonna do it for another 20 years and keep saying, well, the day's gonna come. The day's gonna come. The Lord is waiting for us, man, to do something. What did it say? Let's go. Or are we supposed to say, well, we just believe that we're right. We're the man of the Lord. Keep doing what we doing. That's, I forgot what word it was. The definition of ignorant. You keep doing the same thing, getting the same results. But roughly paraphrase. Y'all have to look it up. But we keep doing the same exact thing, getting the same results, which us is still in captivity, still under the curses, and we just keep doing the same thing, thinking we're gonna get different results. So we've been doing this same shit and we not getting different results. We doing the same shit we was doing in 2019 when everybody thought the end was coming in the next 2-3 years. Niggas was saying, literally, promise you, facts over feeling. Niggas was looking me dead in the eyes and telling me, man, I think we only, if I had to guess, yeah, I'm not a false prophet because I'm not saying this was going to happen. But if I had to guess, I'll say we only got like 2-3 years. That was in 2019. It's 2020. It's finna be 2024. This 5 years later. Your guess was wrong, nigga. Switch something up, man. And I'm not saying switch something up and just go be wicked. I'm saying do what it says to do in the Bible. Actually try to doing the things that it say to do in the Bible. What about that? Hosea 5 verse 15. I will go and return to my place today acknowledge their fit. No, I'm going to go into my place until I just feel like coming back and saving them. No, the Lord said, I'm going to go and return to my place today acknowledge their offenses. We ain't acknowledge our offenses yet. The Lord told us how it looks for us to acknowledge our offenses. I just read it in Zephaniah 2. Gather yourselves together. That's a part of acknowledging your offenses, because one of our offenses is being separate, is divided. A kingdom divided, how could a kingdom divided stand? Tell you that in Luke 11. Hating against each other. Do not hate, do not kill, do not steal, do not envy, do not bear grudges, do not bear false witness. We got to acknowledge those offenses and stop those things and come together. And seek my face. Got to seek the Lord's face. In their affliction will they seek me early. So now all hell got to break loose. But everything I'm saying going to happen when all hell break loose. Because everybody that's in the way going to be cut off. And then you're going to be left with all these different groups that's going to be running around like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to survive. All they leaders, they're going to be cut off from them. And then you just going to have guys out here just trying to survive. And the Lord going to gather them. And then they all going to be together. And stay together. The elect. Saved. There you go. So with that, I'm going to say salvation to the elect. Shalom.